Hello and welcome back, my dears. I was gone for a few days on a little trip and I'm thankfully back home. I had a lovely time. I got to hang out with most amazing people and we're gonna get right back into it to see what kind of message you need to hear today. So we are starting off with the sun in reverse, and the sun's coming out as I'm speaking. It's been very hot where I am at on the globe. Like extremely hot. It was like 38 degrees yesterday where I was traveling to, and now I am back in a place that's a little colder but still very hot. But with the sun and all of this sunshine, heat, maybe you've been slightly overwhelmed with the amount of heat that is happening. If you're very sensitive, that is like more of a bodily thing, but you could find that your mind has been a little struggling a bit with all of the heat going on. But from a more philosophical perspective, the sun in reverse speaks on a blockage or some sort of a hindrance in regards to your confidence and your happiness. The sun, the kid, look, he's just like so happy, so excited. And I think there's something going on here that maybe you are struggling to embrace this excitement and this fun. We're going to look into it. Can we get an explanation, please, for the sun in reverse? Little munchkin, how you doing? He's lucky. He's sitting in a bit of a shaded part, but the way I decided to sit, I'm getting the sun now on my face. That's okay. Alrighty. Wow, we had a lot of cards come out. And actually, we have cards in groups coming out. So we have these ones, there's multiple. And then there's a few here that didn't uncover. So we're gonna look into this first. So, explanation for the kid in reverse, the sun in reverse. We have the Fool and we have the the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups and the Fool. The Fool speaks on new beginnings. Maybe you've been trying something new. Maybe you've started some new venture and you're very excited about it. Or maybe you've been craving some sort of a new beginning. We have also in this card the sun coming out. So I'm feeling there could have been some sort of traveling happening for you as well. But with the Knight here being here, there might have been some sort of an involvement with some person, some human being that left you a little not so happy, or that led you to this place where you can't really stand in your light. I had something hanging and I could hear the keychain that was in there and I just didn't like it, so I had to get rid of that sound. So yeah, no, I'm really sensing this sort of overwhelm right now. Overwhelm with the input that is coming into your life. This could be related to people, this could be related to you trying new things, traveling, being in new places, or just trying to do things differently in one way or another. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed with this. Oh, we have the Five of Swords, a lose-lose situation. We have the Page of Cups. So we had the Knight here. So here's the Page. So I do think this is to do with other people. I'm going to get right into it. And we have the Nine of Swords. So we have a situation here that was a lose-lose situation. What does that mean? It means that there was some sort of a conflict going on with potentially, and this is I think more likely in this particular reading, but with someone else. And this conflict might have been people trying to secure some sort of a resource, and because of the necessity that they felt, there was some sort of a trickery, or there was some sort of a unfairness that happened. Because you see this dude with the Five of Swords, he's got the swords, but he's lost the friends. So that's not very nice. And the Page being here, and before we had the Knight, I do feel this is a development. This has been something that has developed in your life that came maybe to a point of conflict now that you're struggling with, or this is really just also you developing yourself. So in this situation that happened, this lose-lose situation, you might have been still on this level of a Page of Cups. So you're still learning to do things in a new way. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you were still learning to do things in a new way. And now you're in a phase where you've already learned the basic steps. I should have brought my glasses, my dudes. You've already learned the basic steps of how you're going to be emotionally available, how to take care of yourself emotionally, how to take care of other people, and this back and forth that comes with that. You already done the basic work, and now you're heading towards that. You're heading towards really, no, I don't want to say perfecting, but the concept of the tarot and the archetypes is reaching as close as we can to perfection of some kind of an archetype, of some type of a energy in our lives, some phase, some thing. So okay, I think I'm getting it now, and we haven't talked about this, but I can just mention it. It's basically just anxiety that keeps you up at night. So this was a situation that left you with a lot of anxiety, a lot of doubts, a lot of fears revolving yourself. This is a card that comes with judgment from other people and you taking it really to heart. But you've evolved out of this into this new version of yourself, right? Into this new version of yourself, but there's still a blockage. Because why? Okay, we're gonna look deeper. But why? So I'm getting it now. But what is the blockage there? The Tower in reverse. You might not be acknowledging the overwhelm. You might not be acknowledging all of the pain that you had to go through, all of the losses that you had to go through. Or maybe you haven't properly processed the things. So you acknowledge them, but you're not ready to fully process it. And you're just trying to step into this new version of yourself. There's still some okay, yeah, it is that. There's still some unhealed stuff in the back that is now blocking you fully from standing in this. Because that's the energy you've already achieved, right? The sun. You want to be, you want to have fun. You want to be an individual. Allow yourself to be an individual. And I'm feeling called to have a little rant there, because I actually was going to do a reading today with a very specific topic that was popping up in my mind. And then I decided not to. And it was the villainification of individuality. This idea that when you stand out, that you are asking for attention, and that having attention, receiving attention in any way is negative. When this is just a societal pressure that comes in and rules that come in to keep us all the same, because sameness means safety. You will know what to expect. And I've been really thinking about this concept of like how individuality, authenticity in itself can be extremely triggering for the people in your life that are maybe not ready to be that kind of authentic version of themselves. Or they're, you know what I mean? So they might not even be conscious that they were triggered by you, or you get triggered by them in regards to your authenticity, when there's some sort of a block that you're like, oh, I guess there's something wrong with me. I should be normal. I should fit in. I think that this is what the reading is going to talk to us about, actually, because I'm feeling that this is where we're going now. Why did this authenticity blockage come in? This expression blockage. What is message of warning? A message of warning. What was this warning about? What was it warning? I mean, I sense something, but I want to get an explanation there. That is too many cards. If you want to come out again. I lost like half of the set. A message. There you go. We have the Knight of Wands, and now the sun's completely out. I hope you can still see me, because I'm at this point incapable of seeing you guys. Incapable. But the message of warning is, if you feel super confident in yourself, there's this the idea of being full of yourself, of being a dick, and like seeing yourself as better than other people, which is ridiculous. And I think this, you having to go through this, you having this struggle potentially with your authenticity or with your contentment right now, this sun element, this was placed into your life So you do not rush into the Knight of Wands. You do not rush into being like overly confident, or and to that point allowing the ego to take over. I think you were gifted, and I'm saying gifted because I think for you it might have been something that you didn't feel like it was a gift, but you have been gifted with a very particular set of skills and abilities and individuality. We all are gifted with it. And with you here, part of that gift was for you to have to work to get to a place where you can actually stand in that and be yourself. Yes, and do step into this new beginning, because this is a continuous process, something that you work towards, right? You go from the, where is he? You go from the Page to the Knight. Yeah, and with you reaching the summit of this mountain, the way that you are doing it now, it's like you're doing it in certain, with breaks, with thoughtfulness, and because of that you're going to reach the summit and you're going to be able to enjoy it. You're not going to overextend yourself in the beginning and then run out, you know, because I think that would have been you if you had not gone through what you have gone through that led to this situation right now where you are saying, okay, enough is enough. I want to stand in my power, in my authenticity, in my individuality, and in my happiness ultimately. Yeah. Oh, I'm sensing this message is quite strong. Maybe I think we are collectively going through something like that right now, like embracing authenticity. Pretty sure Uranus is in retrograde as well. I think all the outer planets. So this is from an astrological perspective, a time in which a lot of things are being restructured, reworked, learned. Next steps are being taken. We have here the 6 of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Wands in reverse. So you have been this struggle, these traumas, these pains that you sometimes struggle to look at or to properly process, or and say that, be grateful for it, see it as a blessing in a way. Why? Because you have an internalization that comes from childhood that leads you to a place where you are in conflict with yourself above anything else. You are continuously fighting yourself, which leaves you with a lot less energy to be proactive. Okay, we're gonna get, I want to see why. No, I want to see, we don't need the why, I want to see how you can help yourself there. What can the collective do? The Empress in reverse. You have to recognize that you are not tapped in to your female energy, to your female power, to the receptiveness that is the female, the empathy that comes from nurturing, from caring, the patience as well. Because the Knight of Wands is not patient. He's just wanting to go, go, go. But the Empress understands that you need to allow things to gestate. You need to allow a baby to take the time it needs to get to a place where it can stand on its own. Well, not for mammals. Yes, for mammals, not for humans, not for human mammals. We end up having to give birth way earlier, so there's more support needed. So for you, maybe you've been expecting too much of yourself and not accepting support where you need it. Maybe you are in a stage of a newborn human baby that still cannot walk and take care of himself, but he needs the support, and embracing that, embracing asking for help, and just the feminine. I'm feeling we're all being called to connect with the feminine, with really, what can you do? How can you help? How can you be a loving and caring person for yourself and for others? How can you stand up like that in your life and show up like that in your life? And and you need to put that energy towards yourself very specifically. Be loving and caring with yourself. Be this mother figure who has nothing but understanding. She has nothing but understanding and love for all that is. and sees that in all that is, even in the challenges, even in the things that are difficult. She sees, okay, that's hard, but it's like an exercise. I'll do the exercise, and at the end, my muscles will be stronger. I might be tired, but my muscles will be stronger. So when the next exercise comes, I will have more strength to do it. I'm getting so distracted by the sweetest boy in the entire world. And I might be biased. But let me know maybe in the comments if you agree, because I think he is the sweetest. Oh, are you getting shy now, my honey bunch? Oh, he loves to be in the sun, so he must be really enjoying just getting to hold his face into the sun. Maybe that's some advice for you, my dear, I'm sensing. Go and have fun. Enjoy the sun. If you are, if wherever you are right now there is summertime, maybe go and embrace the summer. Collect a few more positive memories in regards to the summer, because it might have been a difficult one for you. And find the joy in those little things. The sensation of sun on your face when you're not trying to open your eyes and look into a camera is actually quite nice, isn't it? So maybe those little things can allow you to find yourself back in a place of grounding. Okay. A message of freedom. You are freeing yourself, my sweets, by stepping into your authenticity, into your happiness, into your power. No one can recreate you. You are perfect just the way you are. And you have qualities that only you bring to the table. And also negative things. Be conscious of that. Be conscious of your individuality so you can meet your own needs. And you can be aware and acknowledge those needs towards other people as well. To make sure that they get met. To make sure that everyone is taken care of. We don't need to be all the same. We just need to accept that we're all individual beings with individual needs. And for that, and that is the freedom then that comes. We can all just be ourselves as long as we're not harming another human. We're just anything, don't harm anything. As long as we're not harming. And we're just coming from a place of love and care. Man, let's just all be ourselves and embrace the diversity that comes with that. And that can be what unites us. All right, my dear, I think that is a beautiful place to end this reading. Please, if you are an artist, if you're anything that you want to share, you want to express, create, do it. Maybe in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. And I hope to see you again soon. If you're interested in personal readings, I do pre-recorded readings and I do live readings. Different types, you can do questions, whatever you like. My contact for that is in the description, my dear. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.